Hey guys, welcome to Republican Politics. Today we're going to talk about the candidates for the primary race. So let's get started. Hey, welcome. Today I'm Jorge. We're going to have a little guest today. This is Liliana. She did not want to take a nap, and so she's going to be on the show. All right, so let's just first of all say it's pretty depressing. The primaries is where everybody comes out, and I think we kind of vote on emotion because right now Donald Trump is in the lead for a lot of people. So who am I sponsoring? So, okay, let's start out with the presidential debate. Donald Trump, very divisive. He wants to throw out every illegal immigrant who's in the U.S., which is logistically pretty difficult. He wants to build a fence that crosses 2,000 miles between Mexico and the U.S. Costs about maybe $20 billion. Wants the Mexican president to pay for it, and so far the Mexican president has said that he's not going to pay for that fence. So he that's really about it. You know, it doesn't have a whole lot of plan. All right, the next guy up, Ted Cruz. He is a U.S. senator for Texas. I voted for him past 2 years ago. I guess he doesn't want to stay a junior senator. He wants to be president. He's a Tea Party conservative guy. I like him a lot because he is a very smart guy, constitutionalist. He knows his stuff based off of a lot of his the Wikipedia resource, which I use a lot. The guy is just, I think that he is very good. He's pretty divisive. He wanted to shut down the federal government over the issue of Obamacare, and so that's Ted Cruz. His family's from Cuba, I believe, and whatnot. The next one is Marco Rubio. He's a Florida senator. His family's also from Cuba as well. He speaks pretty good Spanish and fluent. Ted Cruz, he speaks okay Spanish. One of the things that has been said of Marco Rubio is that he actually seems to work with the other side, with the Democrats, and he won't ignore you if you're just because you're on the other side, and so I like that about him. He's pretty Republican in a bunch of different ways. It's pretty hard to kind of delineate one versus the other. But he is less of a Tea Party guy. He wasn't shutting down the federal government over Obamacare. And so, Marco Rubio, he's a solid Republican that seems to work with other people, whereas Ted Cruz, he's a solid Republican who probably won't work with Democrats very well, particularly those who are moderate Democrats. So my vote has been not Donald Trump, and has been back between Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. So far, I like Marco Rubio for a lot of reasons, and I think I'm going to go with him. So Marco Rubio, you have my vote. Donald Trump, you do not. So anyway, all right. So the next one is going to be United States Representative District 17. So this includes College Station, Waco, and Bryan. The incumbent, Bill Flores. Bill Flores is actually running for U.S. Rep. He's the incumbent. He is a solid Republican in many ways. I don't really see, as far as platforms between the other guys, I don't really see much of a difference. Bill Flores, he hasn't done anything bad. I've met the guy. He's a really nice guy. And I get the sense he's smart. The big thing he shines on is that in the whole oil and gas industry. So the guy, was CEO, CFO of a few energy companies, exploratory gas and oil, and, he made a good fortune out of that. I don't know. And so that's the kind of like his emphasis on when he votes and some of the things he's done has been really good for the state of Texas, has been mainly in oil and gas. And so good job, Bill Flores. I think I'll probably vote for you. You're doing a great job. The other guys, Ralph Patterson and Caleb Sims, I don't know. They just don't seem to. I like, Caleb Sims. He's a young guy. He's got a cute family and, beautiful little kids. So, but he's a businessman, I think. But overall, past that, I really don't know much about him. All right, railroad commissioner. The race is full. You'll see on the I guess the guys who are running, just like, hey, I've worked in the oil and gas industry. I just kind of have a problem of, I guess, like, whoever is in that industry is like decides now to be the guy who's regulating that industry. So I just have an issue with that, and kind of like, drug companies who are the CEOs now, who are, part of the FDA. I just I don't really like it too much. So I kind of stay away from the people who have, I guess, a particular interest in those that they will be regulating. Not that I am a big fan of, like, of EPA at all, but Lance N. Christian, he's a geologist, and he's the only candidate who actually has any, I guess, practical experience with the railroad commissioner position. He's actually worked with those guys before, so I like him. He's a geologist, so I'm gonna go for that guy. So Lance Christian, you get my vote. Next is Supreme Courts. There's several in our area in Texas. I'm gonna say that if on their website, these guys, if they were campaigning on issues, I didn't vote for them, because they're not supposed to be politicians when it comes to being a judge. You're supposed to judge by the law, and they all say that you're not supposed to be like being an advocate on the bench. You're supposed to be, I guess, you're not supposed to be a political advocate. You're supposed to basically judge based off of the law. Whether you like the law or not, you're supposed to be very, very objective about it. So anyway, for Supreme Court place 3, I vote for Deborah Learman. So she's doing a great job. Supreme Court place 5, it's going to be Paul Green and not Rick Green. So Rick, you don't get my vote, but Paul Green you do. Justice Supreme Court place 9, I vote for Eva Guzman. By the way, I don't normally cross the vote Hispanic. I kind of like to look at what they're doing, and I'm really proud of her. She's a Hispanic lady, and she's doing a great job. I really like her, so you get my votes for Eva Guzman. Let's see, Judge Courts of Criminal Appeals place 2. I'm voting for Mary Lou Keel. Judge Court Criminal Appeals place 5. Sid Harle, you get my votes. Good job. Judge Court of Criminals Appeals in place 6 is going to be Michael E. Keasler. And so let's go to my state rep, District 14. All right, state reps. John Rainey, he's a book owner here of Aggie Bookstores. He's a nice guy. We looked at his Wikipedia page, pretty conservative, but got an F when it came to fiscal responsibility. So he got an F for that. Actually, Jess Fields, he's a 27-year-old guy. He graduated college from A&M 2010. He's does a lot with political consulting. He is also, I think, 2010, he was on the city council board. He was actually called him up, by the way, because I wanted to ask him a few questions. Amongst the city council, he was a dissenter of a lot of different budgets, and when I asked him about that, he said that it really just depended upon if it was the realm of the governments to do certain things. And so he felt that less government's better, and really the city government's supposed to be doing things like water system and police and the police department and a lot of just, municipal issues. And whenever it was outside of the scope of that, he would vote against it. And so that was pretty different. So he was a dissenter in that reason. He is a very, philosophical guy when it comes to government. I like him. He's a young guy, but he's not immature. He's a very mature guy, and he knows his stuff. And so I think he'll do great. John Rainey, I don't know. You don't have you haven't had the grade A report so far. And this guy, I think I'll give him a chance. I'm going to go for Jess Fields for my state rep. So good job, Jess. You're doing great. I'll skip down the line. For sheriff, there's Chris Kirk and as well as Miguel Vasquez. And I was torn because, I like Miguel Vasquez. I mean, the guy, he's a Hispanic guy. I like him. The other thing is that, what baby girl? Oh, yeah. So the other thing is that, the guy was College Station PD. He was like a police department consultant for I guess when he went to Iraq to be to help the police out in Iraq, and so he did great. He's almost like a hero. He was in the military though, but so sorry, baby girl. So but the other thing is that Chris Kirk said some things that I really like. First of all, he really wants to help with, I guess, mental health and those who are in crisis, and kind of evaluate people who are arrested and who are potentially at harm to themselves or suicidal. And that's a big deal for the sheriff's department, and so he kind of wants to do a better job. So I like that. All right, I'm gonna vote for you. All right, who's next? Let's see. County Commissioner, Precinct number 1. It's Steve Aldrich versus Lloyd Wasserman. Steve Aldrich, he used to work at the City Council. He's a good guy. I like him. So I'm not in his precinct, so I can't vote for him, but he's a good guy. County Precinct number 3, Gabriel Garcia and Nancy Berry. Nancy Berry is the mayor of College Station. She's done a great job with the city. She's been doing it for a long time. She knows her stuff. She is focusing on things as county commissioner. She commented on things like working on roads, which is what the county commissioner is supposed to do, by the way. Gabriel Garcia is, on the other hand, wants to build business, but I guess that's not your focus. Your focus is supposed to maintain roads out in the county, and he wants to build business and do stuff with I don't know what some things. But anyway, so that's all good and said, but I don't know. Gabriel Garcia, so he is the the president of the Hispanic Republican organization. The organization is okay. I've gone to a few of them. And I don't know. I just like Nancy Berry a lot. I've met her before, and so she's I don't know. I think she's done a great job with the city. I think she'll do a great job for our county. So she gets my votes. And so anyway, that's about it. So there's a lot of propositions that are available, or they're up for votes. Those you just gotta top. You gotta basically go with your gut on that one. Property taxes and a bunch of host of things. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hey, you have a great day, and come back in case you want to listen to more of my stuff. See you later, and tell the baby bye-bye. She did a great job. She survived. Hey. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. I know. All right, see you guys.